This is Buffalo Trace. This is the most quintessential allocated bourbon there is out there, the most basic one you'll find. And that by no means is anything bad about this guy. This one is just really the most simplest one that you're going to find for really the cheapest. It's really the entry-level allocated bourbon, I'd say, and it's excellent. Absolutely excellent. This thing clocks in at 90 proof, and it is exceptionally smooth with what it is. And obviously, it's distilled by Buffalo Trace, who are now owned by Sazerac. So this thing is incredible. I find these for like $24 or so around me, but you should never ever pay more than $30 for this unless it's maybe a store pick, because Buffalo Trace is pretty reputable that if there's a store pick at your local liquor store, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be much better than the regular packaged stuff. That's not a store pick. So this thing's excellent. As you can tell, I really enjoy this a lot. This is perfect for cocktails, mixers, or even just straight period. It's exceptionally smooth, like I said, and we're going to enjoy it really nice here tonight. So obviously, I've already opened this up. There's no cork to do here, but I can tell you it had a very good cork. So this is influenced by the spirit of the buffalo in the American West. Beyond that, I don't know much else of the story, but it's pretty cool. We got a nice little buffalo on there. So we'll pour it out a little bit. And already right away, already a nice little amber color. It's got a little bit of nice brown to it, kind of like brown sugar or so like that. It's not nearly as thin or as yellow looking as last week's with Traveler Whiskey. So we hold it up in the light, and that looks pretty good. Typically, most bourbons are going to get closer to like a straw color. If you really hold it up in the light, the really darker stuff is going to hold it. But, you got to enjoy every part of your bourbon. Your cork, the light, the nose, the palate, and then the finish on the back. So those are the big 5 you really got to look out for. So let's take a whiff here. So immediately you get a lot of the corn, lots of the oak tan so far. It's incredibly sweet, and it's a lot of that corn taste, obviously, as you can tell. Kind of like some baking spices a little bit. There's a lot of sweetness to it with that, but this stuff is exceptionally smooth. So we'll have a sip of this. So we drink today because tomorrow we die. And this thing always delivers. I mean, you obviously get those oak tannins. It's exceptionally smooth, 90 proof. It's a perfect entry to anything. It's not on the level of Bottle and Bond as the truest expression of Buffalo Trace, period, but it really doesn't need to be. It's perfect for what it's trying to be. The most simplest allocated bourbon that's out there, something cheap that you really shouldn't pay more than $30 for, and it does the job done. It's very well full-bodied, very exceptionally smooth, lots of corn, all of your typical bourbon notes, period, on this guy. So this thing is excellent. It has a very nice finish. It's not too strong on the burn, but it's all very nice here. So this is an excellent one. This is easily, kind of your most basic one. It's a 7 out of 10, 7.5 or so. You're only going up from there. And if you're looking for an alternative to Blanton's, if you're really looking out for this thing is really the closest that I've found, just with how smooth it is. Because Blanton's is probably one of the most smoothest things I've found. This thing is close to it. So that'll wrap it up for this episode. Cheers.